Really, yeah. That's not a bad hour. It's about average. Yeah, we get quite a following, to be quite honest with you. We've been doing this for a number of years now, and it seems like everybody that we interview go and tell their friends, and before you know it, we've got more listeners than we can handle. But we love them. Each and every one of them, we love them. Playing the other side right now, thank you for joining us on Facebook Live this morning here at Galaxy. Today I'm absolutely elated because we're going to Bloomington, Illinois. Yes, we are. We're going to join Joe. Is it Joe Hermes?
Hermes.
Hermes. Okay.
Hermes.
Yeah, I apologise for my Kiwi accent. That's the way we kind of read it that way.
I've been called a lot worse, Grant. It's okay.
Oh, believe me, so have I, and usually in my headphones. Really. So, ladies and gentlemen, Joe is joining us coming out of Bloomington, not Billington, Barbara.
I know, that's damn wrong.
And not Broomington either. She was having difficulty writing Bloomington this morning, which is rather amusing because Barbara's usually perfect. She gets everything so right that when she mucks up, it's an event.
Yeah?
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Hi, Facebookers.
I think everybody needs a Barbara because she's so efficient. She's also the manager of Aurora Entertainments, which brings bands into the country and takes care of logistics, stuff like that.
Sure.
We'll talk about that through the interview too, Joe. I've got to be honest with you. I think it warrants having a chat about getting
Steve
you down
Baker.
here. Hello, Steve. Nice to have you with us, my friend. I hope no damage in Nashville for you, Steve, with that tornado. I hope you're all safe and well. But in the meantime, let's go live to the desk. And Joe, let's have some fun with this.
Yeah, let's do it.
Nice. Ready? Yep.
Hey, Steve, how you going? We've got any new people that want to interview with us? Well, that's awesome news. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 7 after 11 o'clock, 19 degrees, getting closer to the weatherman's prediction of 22 degrees today. I'm getting worried actually. My prediction 24, and unfortunately today Barbara's jumped ship. She's gone over to the weatherman side and says she agrees with the weatherman wholeheartedly. Foolish, Barbara, foolish, but never mind, we'll get there. Wednesday, March 18th, and I'm absolutely elated to be joined by Joe Hermes from, of course, Joe Hermes themselves. Illinois is where we're going, Bloomington of Illinois. And everybody on Facebook, thank you for joining us live right now. Joe, welcome to Galaxy.
Hey, man, thanks for having me, my friend.
It is an absolute pleasure, my friend, and believe me, I have got to be honest with you, I'm a big fan of your music. Now,
Well, thank you.
I was giving you the rundown on how we make our selections here at Galaxy for the interviews and how we promote people and get behind them as much as we can. But what I negated to say that while I'm driving alone, listening to your music, literally, I had to pull over, turn up the stereo, crack a cold one, and just damn well enjoy your music. I really, really did. And that's no lie. It really, really was the deal. I'm up as far as you could get, overlooking this big long gully of pine trees, everything like that, having a cold one, listening, of course, to The Other Side. That was the first song I heard.
That's great. That's awesome.
Now,
That's very cool.
I got to be honest with you, I got both versions, the one with and without Mike Ferris in it. Now, I love both versions, but I've really got to say, Mike's quite a talent, isn't he?
He's unbelievable. Yeah.
Absolutely.
He's an outstanding thing.
You know, I'm really, really, really impressed with that song, and basically that was the clincher right away. It's one of those songs that grabs you right from the start, and I made the decision, doesn't matter what's going to come up next, I'm going to do the interview anyway. I really, really am. So I was that impressed, I really am. And you've got to admit, I hear so much music over the years that I've been doing this. It really does take a little bit for it to settle in and make a decision whether I want to do interviews or not. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
The other
That's
side,
a great honor. I appreciate it.
well, the other side didn't do that to me. It really grabbed me straight away, and I said, yes, I want to literally do this interview. And, well, my friend, it is an absolute pleasure to have you aboard. Now,
Pleasure so much.
tell me a little bit about The Other Side. What's the history behind it? Where did the lyrics come from?
So that's a tough one, Grant. It took me 5 years to write this. And I've lost my wife and I. We lost her late in pregnancy, and it's, you know, for us that's what it was about. It was a way to cope with loss. It was a way to cope with you know, not knowing what to do next, and the only coping mechanism that I could come up with was to write this song. And you know, I was 5 years after the fact, I was still struggling with it, and I sat down one night, in about 15 minutes, I wrote every word in it, and it just came right out, and then all of a sudden, this huge weight was lifted off my shoulders, and the song is about me speaking to her and her speaking back to me from the other side.
You know, my deepest condolences to go with that, my friend. But at the same time, absolutely mastered it. You guys absolutely killed that song. Absolutely brilliant song in its own right. Now that we know what the history is of it, is that more important, if you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So thank you for explaining that. Now, I'm going to give you a fan question right now because, believe me, they want to know. Joe Hermes, are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? But more importantly, if we want to get hold of you, do you respond?
I absolutely respond. Absolutely. You know, anybody can reach out to me. I'm on Facebook. Joe Hermes Music is my Facebook page. You know, Instagram is just Joe Hermes Music. We have a website, joehermesmusic.com. So it's pretty straightforward, and I absolutely respond as fast as I can to get back to people. And every single person that I come in contact with is part of my community there on out. So everybody is welcome and all aboard.
Well, that's basically your modern day database for your fanhood these days is on the interwebby thing, isn't it? But at the same time, you have a website. Do you have a merch store on there?
We do. We just got it going, so hopefully the bugs are worked out on it. I hope, fingers crossed. But there's a merch store on there, and the music. If they want to buy it, that's great. I appreciate it. It's also free to everybody because I just want the messages to get out there, the music to be out there. So, but I've had a lot of people buy it, and they said they don't want it. They don't want to get it for free. So I'm like, oh, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And they understand it's not easy being an artist, especially these days. You can't even go and have a concert these days. Everything's under lockdown right now with the COVID-19 going around the world. I think that's the biggest star of the day today is COVID-19.
It is, and to be honest, we just finished our new EPK to send out to try to start booking more shows, and the minute we got it out and got it into the hands of the powers that be, this happened. So, I guess it's more rehearsal time, Grant. It's time to get back and tighten up the show.
Well, I tell you what, by the time it all goes by, basically about a month. It's what's a month? It's a month holiday, but the world locks down. No public transport, no nothing anywhere. So, but just make sure that you're okay. But don't be a part of the new crazes sweeping New Zealand right now, which is the panic buyer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Believe me.
You got to be smart. You got to be smart, and think. Be a free thinker.
Exactly. And the other day I was actually auctioning off a brand spanking new roll of toilet paper to any Australian that wanted to buy it. I really was. I actually had an Australian want to buy it for 175 New Zealand dollars. I said he can have it in any colour he wants as long as it's white. Are you still there, my friend?
Oh, sorry, I lost you there for a second, Grant. That's all right. That's bad for you.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. So, Joe, tell me about Zero.
Yes, sir.
I love Zero. Now, tell me all about it. Where did you get this recorded?
Where was it recorded?
Yeah.
Yes, we recorded that at Ocean Way Studios in Nashville, Tennessee. And it was kind of a treat because the guys down there in Nashville are used to playing a lot more of the older country, pop country, modern country, and I bring them this song. We're like, we want to rock this out a little bit, because I'm a rocker at heart. I come from a small little country town. So we went down to Ocean Way Studios, right on the Music Row down there in Nashville, and cut the music to this, and turned out great. So I couldn't have been more happy with what the final product was, and hopefully everybody else enjoys it too.
Well, I got to be honest with you, Joe. We play you in a number of shows here at Galaxy. We really, really do. And I've fast become a very, very big fan of yours, especially right here with Joe Hermes and Zero. It's still hot up here, though.
No, it's not that hot.
It is. I'm starting to sweat.
Hi, Tina. How's Tamaranui?
Hello,
Nice
Tina.
to have you watching us. Yeah, we're up
So
with
how you
our
feeling, Joe?
shenanigans.
You all right?
Hi, Erin. Hi,
Not bad.
dear.
How's the sound on
Hello
your
from
end?
New
Not
Zealand.
bad. It's
Love you,
better than
dear.
most. Believe me.
Okay. Well, I was getting a little bit of distortion on my end. That's why I was kind of questioning. But if you're not getting it on your end, then we're good.
No, we're good. We're fine. Maybe something in the system somewhere, somehow.
Right, say
Yeah, I
hello
was
to
just
your
getting a little bit of
Viking brother.
feedback.
Your Viking
My
brother's
Viking
online.
brother's online.
Yeah, hi,
Nice.
dear.
Hey, Gear, how are you? Thank you for joining us. And you're going to love this one. You really, really are. We've got Joe Hermes with us today.
Great sound.
My Viking brother is watching at the moment, my friend.
From Norway.
He's one of my Nordic friends from Norway, Scandinavian kind of guy. And we're doing a concert here in New Zealand. He's bringing his band, Viking Queen, to New Zealand. We're going to be also co-hosting a band coming out of Canada called The Mighty One with Tim Steinrich.
Yeah, he wouldn't know.
Oh, very
He's
cool.
in,
Yeah, believe me, this is more the metalhead kind of deal, but believe me, it's going to be an exciting
Has he
tour.
heard of the Holler Boys? Because they're from Illinois.
Yeah, have you heard of the Holler Boys?
I don't think so.
Okay, they also come out of Illinois.
He's
What
heard of
was their
Creed, for
name?
The Holler Boys.
Holler Boys. Mm-mm.
sure. No, but he
I
knows
haven't,
Creed
but you know,
Fisher.
Chicago, I'm south of Chicago,
Right.
and a lot of bands come out of the Chicagoland area, and that I don't know.
Okay,
You more southern part of the state.
You might know.
Southern.
you might know Jimmy Sale then. He's out of Chicago, isn't
Yes,
he?
he is.
He's a caggy. Yeah. Oh, hello.
Chicago.
My on-air
Yeah, my
production manager's
brother-in-law's in
arrived.
Chicago. Good morning, Darcy. If
I didn't
you're,
hear you cough.
looking
Was
in.
it? That's not coronavirus, is it?
Stay 5 feet. Stay
Yeah,
5 feet back.
exactly.
Oh, good afternoon, Weston. It's nice for you to drop
Mr.
by.
Simonis,
Yeah.
looking forward to catching up with you again. And don't forget, we've still got to do this thing with our yoga pants down the main street of Auckland.
Yeah, meet Joe.
Joe, I've got a guy online at the moment that's watching. His name is Weston Simonis, and he brought out a song called Yoga Pants. And after the interview, we've decided that when he comes to New Zealand, we're going to get a film crew and go down the main street of Auckland, the biggest city that we have, and you're distracting me, and wear our yoga pants in public. Always up
I
for a
think
challenge.
Weston will look alright. He's
Well,
Yeah, I think Weston will look all
yeah,
right.
the girls are a bit,
Yeah.
a bit worried about you and your hairy legs.
Me and my hairy legs. Look, we've
Yeah.
been down this road before with my mankini deal. Come on, stop picking on my legs.
Yeah.
Interesting job, it really is. You don't have to be nuts to work here, but it helps.
it helps.
It helps.
Goes down a little easier.
Yeah, yeah. And unlike popular belief by everybody on the other side of the world, we don't walk upside down.
Oh,
No.
that's good to know.
Firmly stuck to the ground.
Gravity's working over there.
It is.
Great.
You know, it's not just a theory. It isn't. In fact, you know, gravity is a myth. The Earth sucks. Let's go back to the desk.
Goodness me, the
So
conversation's getting out
it's
of
just
hand.
about lunchtime over there, isn't it?
Yeah,
Almost.
yeah.
Almost.
Is he getting hungry for dinner? Face mask, please.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 22 after 11 o'clock. It is 21 degrees, getting closer to the weatherman's prediction of 22, scarily close. But we need to get there to get to mine of 24 degrees. I'm going to win, really. Wednesday, March 18th, and I'm joined today, coming out of Bloomington, Illinois, is of course Joe Hermes. And in the band, of course, we got Eric Plannert and Chris McGowan. Is it Chris McGowan?
McGough.
McGough. Okay.
Yes,
Didn't want to call him Magoo.
You know, I played with Chris for about a couple 6 weeks before I actually knew how to pronounce his last name.
Okay.
So don't feel bad.
No, that's all good. Then, of course, you got Adrian Chinnery. Where do we know Adrian Chinnery from? Well, that's a familiar name. It is. I know that.
So
Yeah.
we just brought Adrian into the group, and he's been playing quite a bit. I know he's played with a handful of other bands. He did a tour up around Canada here with a band not too long ago. But fortunately, he lives here in Bloomington, and my good friend Eric Planner knew him, and we brought him on board here just within the last couple weeks.
You know, his name does sound familiar to me. I'm sure we've run into Adrian somewhere down the track over the last couple of years, you know what I mean? But we do so many interviews that sometimes we can mash them together and I can get them wrong. Believe me, my CRS works well, and that is basically can't remember stuff.
It's just getting up there. That's how I feel. Getting up there in age.
Yeah,
I can't remember everything.
Exactly. No matter how much I think, you know, well, I'm still 21, but something about me just doesn't believe that.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Same here. I'm with you, Grant.
Oh, brother, I tell you. Now, having said all of this, my friend, I was just basically touching on very, very briefly before about Barbara being the manager of Aurora Entertainments, and she brings bands into the country. And believe me, it's purely selfish. We like to be able to get Kiwi bands on Kiwi stages in front of Kiwi audiences with names. You know what I mean? With talent.
Absolutely.
It's all part of polishing them up, getting them ready to send offshore once we're allowed to go back offshore again, and once we're allowed to do shows. So, just wondering, Joe, would you consider maybe touring here in the Antipodes, down here, down under in Aotearoa?
Oh, you know what? I'd love to make my way over there. I've always wanted to, and give me a reason, Grant. Give me a reason. We'll be right over.
Music.
That's a great reason. We'll be over.
There you go. I'm going to hold you to that too. But at the same time, let's work in a bit of Australia as well. Maybe we could do about 5 shows here in New Zealand, maybe about 8 or 9 over in Australia, only because we like taking money from them.
Yeah, well, their end of the deal's not going to be too bad either, I don't think.
Well, you know, we do love our Australian cousins and all that sort of stuff, but it's sort of like the Canadian-American love-hate game that you guys play, you know. Well, you know, yours is ice hockey, ours is rugby union.
Okay.
We can't help it if we got the best in the world. You know, end of story.
It happens.
Yep, you know, unfortunately the Kangaroos are not that good, where the All Blacks are just dominating and do dominate. And they haven't had any silverware in their cabinets now for about 30-odd years. Wow.
Oh, zinger. Zing.
Yeah, there's a zinger for you. That's a spoiler. It really is. But at the same time, there is some absolutely lovers of good music over there, and hopefully this COVID-19 thing's long gone by 2021 at least, because that's basically where we're looking at now for next year,
sure.
You know what I mean? So
Yes,
we would be very, very happy if you consider at least coming to New Zealand, bringing the band, you know, but I got to warn you, Joe, we're a little crazy here in New Zealand. We like to do things a little strange, a little weird, a little fun. If it doesn't scare you, it ain't good.
Is that a challenge?
Totally.
All right.
Love this. All right, have you ever heard of a hoo-hoo grub?
Yeah. No.
No?
No.
Well, actually, you're familiar with a caterpillar, right?
Yes, sir.
This is a caterpillar on steroids. It's big.
Okay.
It's big. It's white. You might need some more of the head alcohol before, during, and after this one, at least. And believe me, I'm a big fan of actually all 3 of those, you know, before, during, and after. What you do is you put the live body in your mouth. Rip off the head. Don't eat the head. It's yucky. But when you crunch down on this, it's like eating creamy peanut butter.
Alrighty.
It really is. Believe me, it's a mind game, but the taste is absolutely superb. It really is.
Sounds pretty tasty, Grant.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, the indigenous folks of New Zealand, the Maori, Even today, still use them as a delicacy. They really do. We'll send you the
With
instructional.
crackers?
Do you want to what?
Do you eat them with crackers? With peanut butter and crackers?
Yeah, any way you want, really. Believe me.
Jelly? We can stick some jelly on there.
Yeah, well, you could do that too. I tell you what, we will send you the instructional videos, the legendary documents. We'll send you copies of the videos of it, believe me, just to show you. I'm not joking with you. We do this here in New Zealand. But it's part of, you see, we have a wild foods festival down the west coast of the South Island. Basically, that's where we kind of deep fry stuff that really shouldn't be deep fried. You know what I mean?
That's great.
And in the last, the 30 odd years that I've been going to it, I've been trying to get the organisers to open up a tent where you can dunk women in chocolate.
Sounds like a good time.
I'd be feasting all day.
Yeah, man, that sounds like a great time.
But while we're there, we'll take you to Friends Joseph Glacier, actually. It's a real glacier. It's been around for millions and millions of years. Still alive, still working. Fantastic to go and have a look at. And then we'll take you down to Queenstown. Now, Queenstown is a really cool little place. Right now it's being hit by the tourism bug. Believe me, tourism has been hit everywhere. About 100,000 jobs on the line right now up and down our country. So it's quite serious. But while you're down there, I mean, Shania Twain owns land down there, property down there. She's down there quite a bit. Kevin Costner is quite frequent there. Same with Tom Cruise, Keanu Reeves. It's a kind of place where you go to get away from your friends, but you take your mates.
Right. Yeah.
Your entourage, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
I'm on board.
You never know who you're going to bump into down there, and believe me, sometimes it's even me you might bump into. But while we're down there, I don't know, Barbara, we'll throw them off a bridge.
If he wants to.
If I want to.
Yeah,
what a great idea. Let's throw them off a bridge.
Just you can't with some of them.
Yeah, and the whole
I'm
band.
not sure you realize how big I am.
That's okay. That's okay. I'm quite used to going with other people as well. It's called tandem. We have a thing here in New Zealand we call bungee jumping.
Oh.
Yeah, and seeing you're not Australian, we'll attach the bungee.
So the Australians, bungees are not included in the bungee jump.
No, it's just called jumping.
Just called throwing them off the bridge.
Yeah,
Hello,
you know,
Cheryl,
we
darling.
simplify it for Australians. We do. We love you. Anyway, are you familiar with a Zorb?
Can't say that I am.
Okay, more alcohol is involved with this, and believe me, you're going to love this one. We'll take you to Rotorua, which is an indigenous native New Zealand tourist city of the Maori. Believe me, it's absolutely fantastic. We'll take you to places like Hell's Gate, which is much like Yellowstone National Park. You got all the bubbly geysers and all that sort of stuff. But at the same time, we'll put you in this clear plastic round ball and roll you down a hill.
I hope they got a hose ready for me at the bottom of that hill. Because I don't handle that very well.
Don't you worry. We'll make sure it's completely hosed out afterwards. That's why I'm recommending maybe a little excess alcohol before you get in, and maybe afterwards you might need
it out a little bit. Yeah,
it kind of does, you know. But it's just extra juice, and well, we've got a hose anyway. What the heck? But at the same time, we'll put some runners in front of you as you go down the hill. It's like human Skittles. The reason why I say more juice is, well, the looks on their faces is priceless as you go over top.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
You guys like to have fun down there.
Yeah, we do. Now, at the same time, are you familiar with Lord of the Rings?
I am.
Right. Well, about an hour and a half's drive from where we are right here in this office is actually Hobbiton. And it's the original set, right from the very, very first scene you ever see. It's original. It's right there. That's where they recorded it. That's the stage set, everything like that. We'll take you along. We'll go and have some good times there. Maybe they'll kick us out.
If we're lucky.
Yeah. Yeah, believe me, I advise that we put a little bit aside for bail.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, believe
gotta
me.
keep that retainer.
Yeah,
Right?
believe me, I'm kind of, into shenanigans a lot.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah,
You're
and
troublemaker.
when they let me out of this office, anything can happen. Usually does. It usually does. So having said that, we'll take you to Auckland, our biggest city in New Zealand, get you out on the Hauraki Golf, we'll have a meal and take in the ambience, have a few drinks, everything like that. Then we'll go and make some music. What do you reckon?
Yeah, that sounds like a great time.
I love that. I really, really do. So consider that. At the same time, if you're going to bring your girlfriend, wife, significant other, Barbara is an Olympic shopper.
Okay.
She knows where to go and how much to pay.
That would be right up my wife's alley for sure.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. I negated to tell you, I also do parachuting, so if you want to jump out of a perfectly good aeroplane, I'll help you.
Okay.
Yep.
No, I don't. Not at all.
Believe me.
Watch you though.
Yeah, okay. Well, I've been doing it since I was in the Air Force many, many years ago, and I kind of got the bug, and I've been doing it ever since. You know what I mean?
Have you really? Wow, you really like to live on the edge, don't you, Grant?
As I said, if it doesn't scare you every day, it's got to do something.
Like working with Barbara?
Yeah, you've got it there, bro. You know it, bro. That's exactly right. Now, Joe...
Seriously?
Love you.
He got you. He did. Thank you for that. Tell me about Whiskey Stonehand, because I absolutely love this track.
Yeah, so Whiskey Stonehand was actually the first song I ever wrote when I started becoming a singer-songwriter, picking up an acoustic guitar. I was living in southern Indiana, Evansville, and I was experimenting with bourbons for the first time in my life, and I met my wife right about the same time, and it was just one of those songs that kind of came out and it's been with me for 8-9 years now. And when I took it down to Nashville and we started producing it down there, it just came to life, came to another level, and I think it's something that a lot of couples can identify with, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. I try not to write it so that everybody just assumes that it's going to end poorly. I try to leave a bit of optimism in the songs, but I try to address real issues that maybe some people struggle with, and I know my wife and I had some time with that, and it's, we have a music video out with it that I think depicts the story pretty clearly, and that was the first song we rolled out here, and it really set the tone for what I'm trying to do musically. So I hope you all enjoy it.
Well, we do, literally. I've been told that we've had 1,703 requests since we've been playing it. So
Wow.
It's making a connection with our listeners. It really is. So right here at Galaxy is Joe Hermes and Whiskey Stonehand.
How you going there, Barb? You all right? Yep.
We've got Randy Rand from Autograph watching.
Randy Rand from Autograph is... Hello, Randy. Welcome along. It's
They
nice
must
to
come
have you
back
with
with
us.
more some new songs.
Say hi to Jimmy Bell for us too, will you,
Yeah.
please? Yes, come on back. Let's talk some more. We have so many different famous people, Joe, that join in and watch what we're doing. Randy Rand, are you familiar with the band Autograph?
I'm not, unfortunately.
Turn up the radio.
I'm sorry.
Turn up the radio.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Lead singer's watching what we're doing right now.
Oh, great. That's awesome.
And of course, Steve Lynch left the band. He was the guitarist for the band Autograph, and a good
Founding
friend of
member.
ours, Jimmy Bell, has taken his place. But Steve is a good friend of ours as well, and of course we've got to give a shout out to Alina as well, don't we?
And don't forget our darling Cheryl's watching today.
Cheryl's watching
Yeah.
again. Cheryl, I love you. I really do. You're one of our biggest fans.
Sorry. I took the
Cheryl, another artist coming out of a band called the Blue Mariah Band.
Lou Mariah, I like that name.
Yeah, I believe
Yeah,
great
it's a
music
good
too. Great music.
Love the blues.
Yes.
That
Blues,
check
country,
them out.
rock. I mean,
Blues, country, rock.
yeah.
Yep. I tell you what, New Kings. I'm loving their music right now as well. Absolutely, their
Yeah.
brand spanking new song. Absolutely loving it. Yes, I think I might do the 5 questions. Now that's interesting. That's interesting. Good God, your fridge accosted your hand.
Yes, it did. You're in my man cave right now.
Oh, I
Not a
want,
bad man.
I want a man cave that looks like that.
Yeah. What's over the other side
My
of the
wife made
room?
me pretty it up a little bit.
Okay. Okay. Well,
There's a woman's touch or a man's touch in there.
no, it just needs a woman saying, "Get the bloody thing done." Believe me.
I actually surprised her with it because she had a knee injury a few months ago, and so she was laid up upstairs on the couch. And I said, "Don't worry, honey, I'll take care of it." And I just tried to find everything I thought would be a happy medium that we would both like. And so it all worked out.
A plus, sir. A plus. Well done. Let's go
It's
back to
kind
the
of
desk.
dark outside, or is it a blackened curtain?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It is 6 going. Surely it doesn't get dark that early. Oh, where is it?
To stay. But that's life, my friend. And that is the life you give. And that's life, my friend.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 19 away from 12 o'clock. It is 23 degrees. Well, Barbara has won so far, but the temperature is still going up. It's coming to my temperature, 24 degrees today. I know it's going to happen, and have faith, believe me. Weatherman said it was going to be cloudy. Look outside, absolute blinder for sure. Wednesday, March 18th, and I'm absolutely elated to be joined by Joe Hermes from the Joe Hermes Band, and loving his work. I really am. I've got to be honest with you. Get online, go and check out Joe Hermes and all of his talent. Coming out of Bloomington, Illinois. Now, Joe, I've got to be honest with you, my friend. I'm an engineer as well. I have been for a number of years now. And, not only doing recording studios, but I've also done front of house, toured around the world with a number of bands, and done quite some significant work with some of the A-listers that have come into the country as well in my career. When I listen to a music, or a piece of music, I don't actually listen to it as a fan would listen to it. I listen to it as an engineer or a DJ. I break it down in its increments, I work it out, figure out how it's all done, put together. And, well, you know, Joe, I can't fault your work.
Well, thank you. I can't take that credit. We had some great engineers work on this project.
You really have. It shows in the quality across the board. It really does. So I got to commend you, my friend. Who you've got working for you has done you justice.
Well, thank you. I think they've done a marvelous job.
Absolutely. And, well, you know, as I said, it's not easy getting an interview with us. The final say comes to me. I listen to your music. I know nothing about the music except for what I'm hearing. Doesn't give me a name. Doesn't give me any information at all. It's up to me whether I want to do it or not. And instantly, as an engineer, I sat back, had a beer, and absolutely enjoyed your music right off the bat.
Well, cheers, my friend.
Couldn't wait to let the staff put this into our systems, and believe me, we play you quite a bit, and we get quite a few requests now. Just been told today, 62 countries in the world, 94 cities tuned in right now, listening to our interview, going everywhere, all four corners of the round world that we're in.
That's great. Hey, everybody.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, it is nice to know that we're... got to give a shout out to Uganda as well. Apparently Uganda is a big following right now on the internet, so for all of those people that are coming out of Uganda and Africa, places like that, thank you for tuning in right now. And let me introduce you to what I think is a talent that's going to go a long way in the future in the music industry, is Joe Hermes. Now, Joe, we were talking about getting you down here, down under in New Zealand, and making a few tours and having some fun and doing a few bits and pieces. But at the same time, I also said to you, it's kind of a little bit selfish on our part. We like to be able to fit bands with other bands and bring them here to New Zealand, just to be able to give our people at least a chance to be able to get up and have a play in front of New Zealand audiences. But it seems at the moment it's going to be increasingly more difficult to do so for the next couple of months or so with this COVID-19. How's it affecting you over there right now? How's it affecting Canada as a whole?
USA.
You know, I think everybody's just kind of waiting minute by minute to see what's going to happen. We're just settling down, trying to be smart. We'll hang out at home and take care of each other. And, you know, not listen to all of the noise, but try to see through it. And everybody, you know what? It's been pretty calm. I mean, there's been a lot of stores. You know, people are buying up, you know, a lot of supplies, but it's not like on a level 8 or 10 crazy yet. And we're hopefully it'll stay like that. You know, people will be smart, and I know myself and people I work with, everybody's got pretty good spirits about it, and we're just trying to take it level-headed and responsibly.
I get it. I really, really do. But at the same time, it seems to be dominating the news everywhere. And basically, and I can understand this, it's inciting panic and panic buying wherever you're going around the world right now. Borders are literally closing. The EU, the Germany, everybody like that have closed their borders. We're looking at doing the same very, very shortly. This brings on an economic downturn, really. And believe me, I was also saying earlier on, 100,000 jobs here in New Zealand, and the tourist industry alone are being affected. They must make an impact in every country. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, I do, but I also know that we're resilient. You guys are resilient people. We'll figure out a way to overcome it, and you know, I mean, we gotta keep looking at the positives of what's to come. You know, hopefully it doesn't get as bad as many might think it's going to get, and if it does, then hopefully we handle it with some poise as a country, as a world. So
exactly, and believe me, I fully understand that. Now, I said to the crew just moments ago that I'm going to ask you the 5 questions of the 50 Shades of Grant. Now, interestingly enough, usually I get a yay or I get a here we go. This time, they didn't say a thing. That scared me.
And we didn't look at it either.
It scares me.
It does, actually. It really, really does. So, let's do this and have a bit of fun with it. Boris Johnson is the Prime Minister of the UK. Jacinda Ardern is our Prime Minister here in New Zealand. I know that Mr. Trudeau is your Prime Minister. Of course, Angela Merkel is the...
He's from the USA.
Yeah, he's from the USA.
Yeah.
I thought he was from Canada.
No.
Of course not.
No,
No.
that's all right. We're close.
Yeah.
USA.
Yeah, no, sorry. Somebody was giving me a stat and said Canada in there, and that sort of got all mixed up. So Donald Trump is the president of the USA. So out of course, Trudeau, we're talking Jacinda Ardern, Boris Johnson and Angela Merkel. With Trumpy in there, who's the odd one out?
Who's the odd one out? Oh boy. I'm going to go with Trudeau.
I
don't know. That's a tough one, Grant.
Well, everybody else besides Trump, Trumpy is the colour of his almost impeachment, isn't he?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Trumpy is the colour of his almost impeachment, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty odd. That's pretty odd.
Yeah. No, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, he's got to be, besides, of course, your former Prime Minister, he's got to be one of the more colourful, literally colourful presidents you guys have ever had. Obama, of course, he can't help it. He was black. But Trumpy, he's pink.
He's pink. Yeah.
He's sort of like an ambergris kind of colour. You know what I mean? But I've got to ask you, I wonder what they call that thing that lives on his head.
Oh, I don't know. Do you think they got a nickname for it?
I think they got a whole room for it at night time. I really do. I think it's got its own security guard.
Flies around the room.
Hey, listen, he was rushed off downstairs into the sacred room the other day because a cloud was going to rain. No, it really was. A thunderclap came over. The security there mistook it for a possible weapon of destruction, and Trumpy was rushed off into the room, and that poor thing was left banging on the door.
Well, he might have. It takes a lot of work to get that thing to look that good.
Yeah, it does. It does. and then there's the hairstyle as well. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, question 2. Are you familiar with James Bond?
Oh no.
Somewhat, yes, sir.
Okay, 007, right? Daniel Craig, making his latest movie right now, his last movie too, by the way, broke his ankle. And he's down for about 12 weeks at the moment. He's over that now, but while he was down and couldn't be an actor, the franchise owners, everybody in the management, got together and thought, why don't we make James Bond now a female? They put that out on the internet around the world, and literally the world spoke up in great numbers, in vast numbers. Ian Fleming wrote him as a male, leave him as a male. Moneypenny is Moneypenny, leave her the way she is, but James has always got to be a male. So they thought they would compromise between the tough man James Bond and the female kind of version. They've got a gay James Bond.
Okay.
Yeah, do you know what they're going to call him?
What's that?
07.
07?
07.
07, okay.
You can just see him waving his little Walter PPK. Yeah. Really. Actually, that's a story that I made up. It is factual that James Bond did break his ankle and everything like that. But the new replacement for Daniel Craig, would you believe, is actually a black man.
Really? I didn't know that.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. Way back in the day, of course, the CIA operative that worked with James Bond way back, Felix was a black man, but James never has been. He's always been a white guy. This is actually thinking out of the box. It'll be good to see how the world takes to it.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Diversity is a great thing.
Yeah, now I don't know whether he's gay or not, but it would be interesting if that turned out that way as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Now, have you ever tried vegan sausages?
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. Have you ever tried vegan sausages?
Grant, don't talk to me like that.
Yeah, I was just wondering if they were made out of real vegans.
Oh, yeah, well, those. Yeah, probably. And I don't know. Never tried one, but
exactly. That's like steak ice cream, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, believe me. But I've got to be honest with you, I'm a little disappointed. We have a chain, a store here in New Zealand called Bunnings, where they have a sausage sizzle out the front. Because of the COVID-19, they're a little scared of it. They're going to close down the sausage sizzle. Now, that's a really nice thing to have, especially on a winter's day as you're running into the shop. Grab yourself a saucy and warm up as you're going through. Shame to see that they're going to close that down for a little while.
Yeah.
But
yeah, sure.
I won't be shopping there anyway for a little while anyway. We're voluntarily putting ourselves into self-isolation as soon as we get back from the shops.
Yeah, well, I've never had any New Zealand sausage. Is it pretty good?
Not bad, not bad. And in fact, we can also give the Canadians a run for their money on the bacon.
Yeah, some Canadian bacon.
Yeah.
That was good on
Sausages
pizza.
are the best.
Apparently. Well, I tell you what, get your pizza guy to get in some Kiwi bacon and compare the difference. And
Did you say Kiwi bacon?
Kiwi bacon, yeah. And ask
New
for
Zealand bacon.
Kiwi bacon.
All right.
Yeah, see if you can get somebody to get some for you.
Yeah, for sure. Look forward to it.
You'll love it. You really will. But at that, does the good wife drink wine?
Well, yes, sir. Yep.
Okay.
She sure does.
Okay. When you're at your bottle store next, go and ask for a bottle of Montana, New Zealand wine.
Montana, New Zealand wine. All right, we can do that.
And while you're down here, I'll get Barbara to take you to the Montana winery itself. It's absolutely fantastic wine. It really is.
Okay.
Recommend it. And
My wife likes wine. I'm more of a whiskey guy myself. You guys make any whiskey down there?
oh yeah, we got plenty of that, literally. We really do. At the same time, we've got a show coming into New Zealand next year. Jodie Medford and the band Southern Halo. Now, are you familiar with the TV and internet sensational series Moonshiners?
Hi, Greg.
Yes, I've heard of it. I've not caught any of it myself personally, but I've heard of it. Yes, sir.
I'd recommend you go and have a look at it, actually. It's quite entertaining. It really, really is.
Yeah.
But one of the stars there, Josh Owens, is a friend of Jodie Medford's, and Jodie's going to bring him with the bands and everything for their show here in New Zealand. And we're going to get Josh working and making moonshine for us while all this is going on. So believe me,
Yeah, sure.
it's going to be fun to do. I absolutely love the show. I really am. So it's going to be a bit of fun because we can make alcohol freely here in New Zealand. It's not like some parts of America where it's, you just can't do it.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
liking you more and more every minute here.
Believe me, I have friends that have their own setups literally in their houses and absolutely stunning. We can turn out some good liquor.
So we can eat some sausage and drink some make a little of our own whiskey and have ourselves a good time.
Exactly. And as long as it's not mandatory health checks every week or so, they're going to
That's right.
They'll end up putting a computer chip on us where you just go through all these scanners and they'll let you know whether you're crook or not, and if you are, well, you just get whisked off somewhere.
Oh, a patch. Maybe they'll get a patch.
It's heading that way, it is. But having said all of that, it's time to get a grip.
Yeah,
What do you reckon?
You get a grip.
I need a grip. I need to get a grip.
You get a grip.
Barbara's telling me off. She's telling me I need to get a grip. So
So get a grip.
tell me, Joe, about
Yes, sir.
the grip.
Grip. All right. Well, the grip is going to be one of our more aggressive songs on the EP, and it's more down the rock lane. It's part of that rock of the country that you're promoting over there, and the grip is whether it be whiskey or whatever it is that seems to grip you. If it's a relationship and it's that struggle, it's that back and forth, that tussle within yourself about knowing when to let go and when to hold on. So it's called the grip when it has you.
Absolutely love it. Live here at Galaxy is Joe Hermes, the grip.
You are so
There you go, Bob.
Gosh, it's gone up to 25. You win.
I win.
Oh no.
I told you I'd win. 25
right.
degrees. Look at that.
25. Grant wins.
I win. As I knew you would. You went with the weatherman.
Yeah.
Now,
Because I lost the other day.
You would have won if you had said 25
Yeah, I
like you did
usually do.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's got to.
Are you familiar with Darth Vader?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know that lightsaber he has?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like Barbara in this wand thing. She's dangerous, literally. It's a hard hat area. You see it whipping past every now and again. And believe me, she's very good at it. Scares the hell out of you sometimes.
Well, Friday you're going to be doing your interview with your mask on. How are you going to cope?
Oh, I can cope.
We're in
I can cope.
self-isolation
We're
with
gonna
our
do-
masks.
Yeah. You're going to put a little lipstick on there and make it...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll
I
be the
get it.
Galaxy one from Cheryl.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like this song.
I do too. I really do. In fact, I got to be honest. As soon as I heard Joe's music, I was just, yes, this is what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Johnny Cash and Metallica, they're your influences.
Oh, it's just showing the diversity. I love Johnny Cash. I love Metallica. I'm an ex hard rock, heavy metal guy. I still love it, but when as I got to get a little older and start getting into other genres, I found Johnny Cash and John Prine, singer-songwriters that really, got to my core. And I'm like, what is, and so I started exploring that, and then here we are. So I think that's that's kind of where I live.
Nice. I've actually had the pleasure of working with Metallica in Auckland in those days.
Oh, no kidding.
It was it was the Black Album back in those days.
Yeah.
If you remember.
I was in 7th grade when I heard it on a jukebox for the first time. I still remember it just like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
And it drew me in.
Yep.
It really did.
Yep. I believe me, I fully understand. I really do. And
I like this song, Nothing Else Matters.
Nothing
That's
Else
my
Matters?
favourite song. Of
yeah,
Metallica.
not Enter the Sandman.
No, I like that one better.
Okay. All right.
It's romantic.
Well, it could be.
I'm into romance.
What about Photograph?
Yeah, I like that too.
Or Leader of Men. Now, there's a song that's all about magic mushrooms.
Oh, I'm not into that. I do like mushrooms, but only normal
You
ones.
say Leader of Men was about magic mushrooms?
Yeah, it was, but I've got the wrong band there, actually. I was just thinking about
You
that.
need Nickelback.
Yeah, no, that's Nickelback.
You've lost the plot.
Yeah, no, actually, I was thinking that of Clyde Hill. Clyde Hill used to be the very first manager of Nickelback, and he's a friend of ours. And yeah, I was talking to Clyde about Metallica and stuff not so long ago. Let's go back to the desk.
Yeah, chop chop.
Chop, chop. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 2 after 12 o'clock, it's lunchtime. 27 degrees, well, I win there. Wednesday, March 18th. Told you, have faith. Listen to Grant, put your hand on the radio, tune in, hand on your heart, and say, I believe in Galaxy. Because believe me, we come up with the results, we really, really do. And, well, we're joined today, coming out of Bloomington, Illinois, is Joe Hermes. Now, Joe, absolutely love all your work. I really, really do. You're just coming into the summer period now. Over the winter period, have you been writing for new albums, new work coming out?
We have been, and we've got 4 more songs that are about halfway done. We've got music cut for them, and we got to go in and do the final vocals and mixing, and hopefully we'll start to be able to release those over the coming months.
Absolutely stunning. So what I'm saying is, as you release these, how would you like to be able to keep coming back? And let's have a chat about it. We'll preview your songs to the world, literally, and do another little mini intro until we can get the whole lot done. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I'm all for it.
Ah, you're sadistic. I love it. You want to come back and put up with me. That's really, really cool. Now, having said that, at the same time, the very first thing I said to you is I love your hat, especially your logo on your hat. How would you like to be able to, say, send us a few CDs, maybe a little bit of merch that we could use as a giveaway and keep Joe Hermes rolling here at Galaxy?
Yeah, that sounds like a deal. I'm more than happy to send you a package full of it. So we want to get it out there. We've been working hard. We want everybody to get their hands on it. So
Awesome,
for sure.
awesome. Because believe me, besides our fans and listeners and everybody love free stuff, they love Joe Hermes. And believe me, I kind of feel that this one's going to go through the roof. It really is. Having said that, if you put in a T-shirt, well, maybe while I'm doing interviews and stuff, you never know what might happen subliminally. You know, you could be like Miss White here, and I like this. It makes my shoulders look big. It really does.
That's right.
You know, it really does. Really, I'm puny. Really, I am. So, makes me look good. It really does. So, check out Miss White. Literally, excellent artist. Now, so, you see what I'm basically doing there. We can get in a little bit of product placement at the same time, and before you know it, people are going to your website, going onto your merch store, and before you know it, you've made at least one sale.
Yeah.
And, of course, we said earlier on there on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of that. You know, I feel sorry for you now. You're going to have 5,000 friends, and you're going to be forever replying to people. I'm not going to apologise for that, I tell you now. So, Joe, we come to the pinnacle of the show right now, and believe me, I absolutely am fascinated with this song. It's got to be my favourite Joe Hermes song so far. Better Than I Deserve. Tell me all about it.
Better than I deserve. That's a saying my dad has said as long as I can remember. When anybody would ask him, how are you doing? He would say, I'm better than I deserve. Well, it started sinking in with me here in the last few years. And this summer, while we were writing the EP, the song just kind of came out of nowhere. And, you know, I decided to take that phrase and make it into a little bit of a story where I'm speaking to my mom and I'm speaking to my dad and I'm explaining what they already know, and that's, you know, we've been through some hard times, and despite bad decisions on my part, I'm standing here right now and I'm better than I deserve with them. And that together, no matter what, be it the coronavirus, be it whatever, we're going to get through it and we'll fight on together. So that's the gist of the song.
You know, I love it. I really, really do. And at 3,277 requests so far, as we roll on with this, Better Than I Deserve is a show. I can't play a breakfast show without it these days because, believe me, we get that many requests for it. Here, live at Galaxy, Joe Hermes and Better Than I Deserve. Sweating, Barbara. How are you feeling?
Oh, no, I'm not hot yet.
I thought it would be actually quite cool, but believe me, I'm
Yeah,
sweating.
don't need the heater yet.
90.1 degrees Fahrenheit. Is that hot?
90.1 degrees Fahrenheit, that's pretty hot.
That's what it is inside our office here. We don't. Our version of air conditioning is open the bloody window.
Yeah. So do you guys is it Celsius down there
Yeah.
in New Zealand?
Yeah, we're 25.1 outside.
The kilos.
Yeah.
We're
We're
kilos?
kilos, not pounds and stone like
Not
them.
stone. We don't do gallons, we do litres.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
No, we do litres, they do gallons.
We do litres, they do gallons.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We also say aluminium, not aluminum.
And we count in tens. We count in
Aluminium.
tens, not 12s.
Aluminium.
Yeah.
easier.
Barbara was saying we count in 10s, not 12s.
It's easier.
We should count in 12s because that's what our GST is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Grant service tax.
Yeah.
Government service tax.
Oh,
I hate
look
it.
on TV, they're still about, gosh, she looks awful.
So, Joe, what we're going to do is we'll wrap it up live right now, but don't go anywhere just yet. We've got a couple of photos we're going to do. I also said at the beginning of this that we're going to do a couple of quick videos. Now, one is for us for our website. The other is for a sister company we work quite closely with in Jacksonville, Florida, called Jacksonville Late Night Television. And they take our interviews, cut the shreds out of them, make them time complacent, all that sort of stuff, play music, play all that sort of stuff. But don't be surprised if a man by the name of Frank Muma gets in touch with
Crazy
you
surnames.
from Jacksonville, Florida, because believe me, he loves to be able to, if you're ever in the area, pop on in, let's do something in the studio, you know what I mean?
Sure.
So, by the way, are you familiar with Steve Baker coming out of Nashville?
Yeah, yep, I know Steve.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah,
Well, he's actually
Steve's
watching
online,
right now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey Steve,
Here we
I'm
go.
working on all that paperwork you sent me.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Anyway, let's go back to the desk. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. It is 11 after 12. Yeah, I know I've gone over time. 11 after 12 o'clock. It is 26 degrees downtown. I win today, actually. I'm quite happy about that. Being accused of being a standalone. Okay, I'll take that. Wednesday, March 18th. I knew the weatherman was wrong anyway. And I've been joined today, coming out of Bloomington, Illinois, by Joe Hermes himself, and believe me, it has been an absolute honour and a pleasure to play your music. And would you please come back again, bring us new music, let's do this again. What do you reckon?
I'm absolutely on board, Grant. It's been an honor to speak with you and your audience with Galaxy. It's been really cool. Tell you what, these next few songs are going to be a little more rock and roll, if that's okay with you guys.
Absolutely, you are talking my language, you really, really are. Something with a heartbeat is always up my alley.
All right. Well, call it done.
Nice. Looking forward to that, Joe. So right here at Galaxy 107 FM, here's Brother Louie.